All right, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. Supervisor.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilwoman Schott, please lead us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, we come to you this evening to ask your blessing on our community and all of our residents. We ask you for good health and prosperity throughout the United States. And we ask that you please protect our employees as they perform their duties. And we thank you for our military members, both past and present. Please give us clear vision as we move into 2021. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Councilman Thomas is still recovering from an illness. He won't be here.
Motion to excuse. Second.
Bennett? Yes. Richards? Yes. McKinney?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
And Schott?
Yes.
He has to be here though. We're here, he has to be here.
All right. Minutes.
Motion for the minutes?
Second. Bennett?
Yes.
Richards?
Yes.
McKinney?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
And Schott?
Yes.
Bills.
Motion for the bills?
Second.
Bennett? Yes. Thomas? Richards?
Yes.
McKinney?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
And Schott?
Yes.
We have workers' time report.
I'll send one in there.
Yeah, we got one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, fireman's time.
Motion. Second.
Bennett?
Yes.
Richards?
Yes.
McKinney?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
And Schott?
Yes.
Okay. Deborah, you're up. Okay.
I'd like to cover $95 for the Clerks Association. I've got myself and also Amy Bergner in it. Mine's $55, hers is $40 yearly fee, total $95. And the reason I've got us both down is if anything happens to me, these clerks will step forward and help get her thoroughly trained on our system, help with phone calls. Sometimes they even come on site to help us.
Motion.
Second.
Bennett?
Yes.
Richards?
Yes.
McKinney?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
And Schott?
Yes.
We received $40,435.52 from the third round of Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation. That money was split between all the departments. I had originally mentioned and thinking that it was CARES Act. That $40,000 was workers' comp. In my office, we're working on payroll for this week, year end, CARES Act funding. And then the other item that I have is the legislation. I had given each of you a copy of a contract with Dave Yost, okay, for the Attorney General. And working with Ohio Billing, they have had the other communities work with the Attorney General's office for customers who don't pay, refuse to pay. The Attorney General will act as an in-between. They will chase the money down, they will collect it. If they have to impose a fee on the customer, they make the customer pay it. Well, right now, if we send somebody to them, it'd go to our regular collections and they would keep 30% if it's ever paid. We don't have that many people that go through that, but it's not a bad idea to have this on record with the Attorney General. So I sent the contract to the solicitor. He reviewed it and he prepared a resolution I copied for you. I gave it resolution number 2101, a resolution to authorize the mayor of the village of Beach City, Ohio to execute a delinquent debt collection agreement with the Ohio Attorney General. It'll be your first reading.
I need to ask you a question. If we keep on going with that, eventually they're gonna end up taking us over like they planned.
Who?
The state of Ohio for all our income tax.
It has nothing to do with income tax.
No, but that's what they're gonna do.
Well, that's another subject. This has nothing to do with income tax. This has to do with
Is there
collection.
something, you say 30% we're gonna pay?
No, that's what we pay. We pay the other collection company if we send them to them.
Okay.
If they pay them or us after they become involved, we have to give the collection company in Canton 30% back. Where the state of Ohio doesn't do that to the communities. If it's gonna cost money, they make the person they're going after pay that amount, not us.
I know somebody did it for you, it's good enough.
And is this just for ambulance fees?
I was gonna question more, but you know what, if you're interested in other things, you need to work with the Attorney General's office or work with a different department.
But that's what this is.
Just for ambulance
Okay,
costs.
that's what I thought, I just wanted to
Yes,
make sure
I
I read it
considered the other
correctly.
things and I thought I'm not getting involved. And that's all I have.
Okay, no visitors, any council complaints? All right, Mr. Anderson.
All right, try to be quick. Give everybody a packet so you guys can kind of follow along at what I'm going over here. First of all, I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It was a trying year. I'm glad that it's over, but I don't think 2021 is going to be any better. So report of calls, total calls for 2020, we ran 271 calls in a year as versus 267 in 2019. We've already run 5 calls for the new year. We've been pretty busy. Today's only the 4th. We've run 5 and didn't have one today. So our mutual aid summary is for the last 2 weeks is as follows. We give mutual aid to Brewster 3 times. We receive mutual aid from Brewster 2 times. You had asked, just out of curiosity, and I printed it out just for us, mutual aid summary for the year. Now this does not break it down between departments, it's just a general mutual aid summary. We received mutual aid 49 times for the year, and we give mutual aid 83 times for the year. So, and like I said, that's with everybody. That includes anybody we went to or anybody that came to us. So that don't break it down per department. I put on there our 2020 achievements. You guys can go through them. I'm not gonna take too much time going through that. We did really well in 2020, mostly due to the CARES funding. We made tremendous strides, especially in our EMS, with equipment that would have taken us years to acquire, and that's why I've kind of put that in there. Also on that note, I give you the copy of the 5-year plans. Over the last 4 years, 5-year plans. I do this every January. As I always say, we definitely have a vision, we definitely have a path. I know it seems unorthodox many times, but it definitely follows along, and we do this every year. So the new 2021 plan, as you can see, that would be on the top. We'll discuss that tomorrow at the association meeting. The SCBA's are definitely a high priority. Our SCBA's expired in November of last year. I don't believe they're putting us in any safety risk. We're going to continue to use them, but they definitely got to be a priority. If we do have a grant that'll go out for FEMA this year again for them. The Cascades also on a grant. Going down, obviously replacing the jaws. We did just service the jaws, but our jaws are 30 years old. I mean, parts for jaws are getting scarce. You know, these things have not been, you know, able to be bought in years now. I mean, they're antiquated at best. So definitely on the agenda is going to be a new ambulance. I talked to the mayor a little bit about that today. Obviously a new rescue pumper that would replace 2 trucks, 2 30-year-old trucks. And like I said, we're talking a lot of money. So I mean, this is why we put this on the 5-year plan, so we can plan ahead and try to go in the right direction, so. And you guys can look at all that stuff.
How much are a new pair of jaws gonna cost you?
Jaws, I don't know, I would have to price them.
Okay.
Jaws have made tremendous strides in different areas. Our jaws are hydraulic. A
Right.
lot of jaws now, you can get battery operated jaws, and I mean, they're not near as heavy, they're not near as hard to maintain.
They can cut open the car?
Oh, yeah,
Really?
absolutely,
That
yeah.
is amazing.
Yep, so I mean, there's a lot of different ways we could go, and honestly, if we could figure out a way, the last time we got our jaws was with the 98 rescue truck, we ordered it together. If we could figure out a way to get a rescue pumper with a set of jaws, that would be the ultimate way to go, really, so. But like I said, we're talking, I'm sure, grants, for sure, so. But this way you know where we're heading, and where we've been, so. I did just recently complete 2 fire marshal grants. One was for equipment, it was for fire nozzles, and also I requested 1,000 foot of hose from them. The hose is not outdated, but it is our oldest hose, so I'm just trying to stay ahead of the game there. That is on top of what you guys have already approved, which I have not seen come in yet, and you'll see that a little further down on the list. The other marshal grant I approved was for a volunteer firefighter training reimbursement. That would have been for Mr. Dustin King, in the upwards of $500. That's for his class and his books. If it comes through, that money will come back to us also. Those are both turned in, and then they're accepting them till the end of January. So I would say springtime, we might hear something on one of them 2 grants. The AFG grant opens up soon. That's the contract we go through with first responder grant writers. That would be your air packs and your bottles, and that would be your cascade system. So it'll be going in soon too. Our iPads are in. We bought them new iPads with our EMS grant. The problem with the new iPads is the iPad pencils do not work with the new iPads. So the reason I'm asking for these iPad pencils is if we get elderly in the back of the squad, they have a heck of a time comprehending that you're going to sign with your finger. If you give them that pencil, it makes it so much easier on us. So the price of 2 pencils are $119 each for a total of $238. I'm asking for 2. That'll give us 1 for each of our iPads in the squad again. And I'm going to keep going because, as you can see, I'm asking for more. I'd also like to look at sending 2 of our members to an extrication class in Dayton. That's May 1st and May 2nd. That's obviously pending the availability of the class. That would be Spencer Pulley and Eric Vukovic. It's an awesome class for them to go to. We've sent many down to it before. We're hoping they have it. That's $650 a piece to go through that. So that'd be a total of $1,300. So let's stop there. If I could get the approval for the 2 iPad pencils and the 2 members to go to extrication class, it'd be a total of $1,538.
Is that with the mileage and everything?
They are going to pay their own mileage, and I also advised them that they will pay for their own hotel because they'll be there over the weekend. We're just going to cover the class, and they were okay with that. So
Are these new members or old?
these are members that have been with us for several years now.
I make a motion for the 1,538.
Second.
Bennett,
Yes.
Richards,
Yes.
McKinney,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yeah.
and Schott.
Yes.
So with that being said, that's obviously availability of the class. That's pending they don't cancel the class, but I got to get them signed up now or they won't even get in. So the ultraviolet light disinfection units came in today. I've got everything put together. We're going to do training on them tomorrow, and they will be put into service. We got 2 units. Both of them seem to work really well. I've already ran one in the back of the 1 squad just to test it. We're going to train on them tomorrow with the department, and we'll get them in service, and then we will run a cycle in our truck every time it comes back with a patient. That UV light will kill anything in the squad related to the COVID virus. Obviously, we'll still have to sanitize. It's not a substitute for that. We'll still have to do that, but it's definitely another form of protection. So, the fire hose is also ordered. We've been over that. I have not had any updates on that fire hose, 2,100 foot. That would have brought us up to date. I'll get with Brandon when I can. I do know they just combined with another company, so that may be the holdup too, but, and I'll get to you as soon as I get an answer on that. Then the last thing I got, John Lee, if you guys remember John Lee was a fireman with us for several years. He moved out of the area. He had got a new fiance, moved out of the area, they bought a house. He's back in the area. He's requested to come back to the fire station. He was pretty upset when he had to leave. He didn't want to leave, but the way things were going with his personal life, he went that way and he decided, evidently it must not have worked out or whatever, but he's back in the area. He would like to rejoin the fire department. I don't have a problem with it. I know the guys would definitely not have a problem with it. He is a trained EMR. He is a trained firefighter. One, we wouldn't have any money in training. The question I have is he left on June 15th of 2020. We accepted his resignation. So you're talking 6 months ago, not even. Do we need to approve another background check and physical? And do we need to get, an FBI BCI on him again?
I would do exactly what you would do for any new hire.
A new member? Okay, well, if we're gonna go that route, then I will need approval for the $65 for an FBI BCI background check.
How
for
far
Mr.
away
Lee.
is he gonna live?
He is just outside of Navarre, is where, he's back in the place he was with before. He's back with his mom. Him and his fiance have split up. I will talk to him tomorrow. He's gonna come down and meet with me. I'm gonna make sure that he is definitely serious. This is gonna last before we do anything or spend any money, so. But he was a very good member. He left on good terms. You know, he ran a lot of calls when he left, and he was pretty upset, genuinely upset when he talked to me when he had to leave, so. I personally would like to have him back.
I'll make a motion for the,
It's,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, do you know if this is a permanent split up, or is he gonna go back with her and then wanna move away again?
That's why I wanna talk to him tomorrow, but the reason I'm doing this today is because if I don't do it today, then I gotta wait another 2 weeks to approve it.
Okay, you wanna do a contingent on whether he wants to stay around or not? Franny?
And like I said, we won't spend the money. If we talk and he's not certain, then I'm gonna ask him to wait. I won't spend the money on it.
Well, if nothing else, if 6 months down the line, he's gonna have to start paying for something. If he wants to keep coming back.
Well, I mean, we'll only accept somebody back 3 times anyway. Once they hit 3 times, we don't allow them to come back, so.
I'll make the motion, go ahead.
Second.
Bennett?
Yes.
Richards? Yes. McKinney?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yeah.
And Chuck?
Yes,
And that's all I got, unless you guys got something for me.
I have something for you.
Okay?
Thank you very much for staying on the fire truck again this year. I know everybody just loved it.
I'll tell you honestly, we started this year with more toys than we ever have. And when we finished, we literally had 1 teddy bear left. We were out of toys.
Yeah.
So thank
That's
goodness
awesome.
we
That's
were done
awesome
when
that
we were
you do
done,
it.
so.
Yeah.
Did your
Thank
mother
you.
get her pictures?
Yes, she did. She did.
And I would like to thank you for my wife for that, because she enjoys watching this every year.
I'll tell you, that's one of the highlights, even for us. It's one of our highlights to do every year. It's super rewarding to get to see the kids. It is. It's really rewarding, and we love doing it. The group that's been doing it's been doing it since we started. It's been the same 5 or 6 that handle everything, and the same Santa, the same, and it's really rewarding for us too. That's why we do it. So
Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right,
Thank the rest of the crew too.
yeah,
You're welcome.
thank you, chief, is that it?
That's it.
All right, then.
Okay,
Chief, you are up.
all right.
Good.
So I don't have too much.
Never good.
We get that every week.
I know.
We have no money.
I need money. I do need money. I always
Well-
need money. You guys are like my parents. I always need money. from you
Write
guys.
it on the paper and burn it and see what,
I'm gonna shake that mic tree that he has in the back.
okay.
So we started the new year today with a new reporting system. I told you guys back a few weeks back. The state's seems to have a couple bugs with it there. So all our reports are down. Right now I cannot access my police reports. I'm expecting to be able to access them again tomorrow. So I don't see any public records requests coming in between tonight and tomorrow, but either way, we're fine either way. It's not a big deal. Just letting you guys know, reporting system's down. This new reporting system should work a lot better from what I've seen with it. I've done some trainings on it. It puts our accident reports, everything on one system, and it's all uploaded to the Attorney General. And it wasn't before, but still nothing's held at the department. So there's nothing stored on our computers. It's all web-based and secured through the state.
Is it just our computer or the whole system?
The whole system is through the state.
But it's all down.
Yes, yes, correct. From my understanding, that they're uploading, so what they're doing is it probably overwhelmed the system. They're uploading every police report to the new system from every department that uses it in the state. So I'm sure that overwhelmed the computer pretty good. Just lost my train of thought, I apologize. The only thing I need tonight is, when we did the qualifications a couple weeks ago, we ran out of ammo, and thankfully the armament had 2 boxes that we needed, and that was all they had. So I would like to get up to $400 more worth of ammo and start stockpiling it while I can get it in, when I can get it in. Right now I can't get, the Armory of Wilmot was able to get me some 9mm rounds and held those for me, but it's almost impossible to get ammo. And I want to get our stockpile back up so we don't have to worry about it come next qualifications if we run out. So I need up to $400 for that.
Did the officers all do the training?
Oh yeah, I think everyone that needed to.
I thought you had plenty of ammo before because we always bought it ahead of time.
We did, and this year we do not. What I'm thinking happened is last year I didn't buy the ammo, but I thought I had enough still to get through, and we didn't have enough to get through. We had enough just to get through. So I'm gonna try to stock back up.
So you need more ammo.
Yep. Other than that, yeah, it's impossible to find. Everything else is running smoothly. We reset everything for the year. Had a meeting with my guys tonight prior to this. We had a Zoom meeting with my department. We're doing that once a month now. So we're gonna just get on there before the council meeting, talk to them, see if there's anything they need, anything they can think of, and everything seems to be running smooth. We're moving along. We got some pretty decent cases me and Greg are working on right now. We've got, I believe, 3 felony cases we're working on. So nothing to be concerned with. We're getting them taken care of. No public risk or anything like that. It's just stuff we're moving through, but
How's the park doing? Having any trouble with up the park at all?
nothing that, no.
So what do you need? You need $400 for ammo, what else? I'll make a motion for the $400 for the ammo.
Second?
Bennett? Yes. Richards?
Yes.
Kenny?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
And Chuck?
Yes.
And then the only other thing I have is I've got a new officer. I'm gonna be going through the interview process with the mayor and, me, the captain, and the rest of the supervisors have interviewed him. But he's just getting out of the academy. He takes his test, I believe, this week. So we're gonna,
Where's he from?
New Franklin. Orange Lake area.
Is he gonna be a part-time or auxiliary?
he'll start out auxiliary until he gets his training done. I'll bring him on part-time when I first bring him on with you guys, so I don't have to come back, but he won't get paid until he finishes his training. And so, other than that, that's all I have.
How many will that make, by the way? Officers and everybody?
13, 14? Most of my officers, I haven't had any resignations at all lately. They're sticking around. I think my oldest officer is from 2012, and my youngest one was from 2 of them from last year. So we haven't, from 2019, I believe, or January 2020, we haven't lost anybody.
You must like it.
It's a good town.
Okay.
All right, so other than that, that's all I have, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Greg?
Okay, couple things, not too much. We're coming into the beginning of the year. Columbia Gas is gonna be starting their pre-construction phase of their gas line replacement, so if you do see them around, they've been around already, they're going out and serving. I saw a guy actually tracing gas line, they probably had a trace on it, he was out marking stuff out here in the road. We have all of our stuff submitted to Stark County Regional Planning for the Main Street repaving project. I just took those files down to Quick Saws last Monday. We should be hearing from them soon. We're gonna be starting our twice a year maintenance on our generators here probably this week or next. I just talked with the guy that does that for us. Our street sweeper, I found out that to fix that, just to get it up to where it can be somewhat usable without doing anything with the brakes, is gonna be $1,200, which I can't foresee spending that amount of money on something that's a 1981 piece of equipment. I'm gonna look at quotes for what it's gonna take to maybe have somebody come in and do that. And if it's comparable, we'll go from there, but that's still kind of out there. We had one employee that was, and this is kind of related to the COVID thing, who was directly exposed to it. He went and tested, he tested negative, but he is currently quarantined. He will be back at the end of this week. Other than that, that's about all I have.
Why would he be quarantined if it was negative?
Even if he was in direct contact with somebody who tested positive, he has to. It's just the way it is.
So why aren't the people that were around him have to be quarantined?
What are you talking about? People that work with him? Because this happened on a Monday and there's only 2 people in that department, the other one was on vacation.
Was in the building?
Yeah. As soon as he found out about it, he left and then had to go get tested.
But I mean, was he in the building?
Yes, he was.
So everyone who worked in here was exposed?
Not to if he
No.
tested negative. No, it's somebody that he was in direct contact with over.
I'm just checking, because things are so crazy.
Oh, no, over-
Well, I assume he probably just came in and.
Yeah,
talked to you.
over Christmas, he was a family member he was exposed to, so he's going through the whole route of, he tested negative, now he's just waiting until, and I've been in contact with him about every day since then.
The
Yes.
light outside, could you get, I think Eddie was with, the guy that went and picked that up, the light out here, I
Yeah.
think he put it in.
Okay, I'll talk with Ed about that, see where we can go with it.
The light out here, every 4 minutes now it's doing it.
I'll take a look at it.
Oh, the
Okay.
one over the sign?
Yeah, one with sun.
Is that all you got there?
That is all I got.
All right, thanks, sir. Mr. Babbitt?
So, 2 things. One, I know I mentioned it to you, Mayor. That oil and gas lease, I received a further email from their representative asking if we've received it, which I think it would be the 3rd copy. Have we gotten another copy of it? I know I've notarized 2 copies now.
What are you doing?
I said everything I thought back to them.
I'll follow up with her and to see what it is that they need. It's not on our end. One time it had the wrong name, and then I think it had a wrong legal description, so, I think they're just trying to correct things, so it's 100%, but,
And can you find out when you talk to them, maybe did I send it to the wrong address?
what I'll do is just email and see if I can find out what it is they actually need, what they have and what they don't have, because, yeah, it's been a little while on that one. And then, on that AG contract, I just wanted to let council know, I know I mentioned it to some, but, the cost looked good. Looking into it, the statute appeared to authorize it, which I would expect from the Ohio Attorney General. And I know that from what I saw online, at least going back to 2014, other villages across the state have been using that, a similar version of that agreement for collection of various expenses. So it's not, it doesn't look to me to be some kind of exotic agreement that could cause any long-term issues, which I like that it had a 45-day termination clause. So if it's not working out, I think you can give them notice of termination and be done and move on back to the other collection agency. So that is all I have.
All right, thank you. We got 3 thank yous. We have one from the Matheny family for the $30 gift certificate. And we got one from First Lutheran Church for our donation to them. And we got one from Amazing Grace. A thank you from them for the donation on Christmas. And the president of council, did you guys want to wait till next time when Jack is here? Would that be best? I think we'll give a shot at it. We'll see what we can do on that. Okay, we have anything else?
I just want to ask Greg one other thing. When they were up about the streets, did they look at that spot where I got all the water by the fire department?
They have not, but we got enough in there where we can fix that whenever it's done.
Well, if you look at it right now, it's bad.
Mhm.
The water's really laying out through there.
Mhm.
The leaves are piling up and everything else.
If it gets cold enough, it'll turn to ice.
We have ice skating.
Well, it's just the idea that there's room.
Is it on
to
the
put
street, or where's it at? Is it on the street?
It's
or-
right at the end of the fire department before the next house.
Okay.
There's
Is that
about
the
a
fire
3-foot
department?
Houses, so-
Oh, okay. Is it Trouse's house, or is it the fire department's
It's ours.
driveway? This fire department?
I think it
driveway?
is.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll look. All right. Okay, well, guess that's it. Thank you all for coming.